first and foremost, I'll tell you what I find is that there have been significant investments, both in terms of real money and probably more valuable manpower, man-hours, in the SAP implementations that have been going on for the past, take a number, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. But certainly in the past 10 years, the investments have been tremendous. So what I think out of that is that the systems that you do have today, while they may feel like they're relatively new or they've only been around for a few years, I think they are going to be here for many, many years to come, and they're quickly going to become the legacy systems that they replaced, right? The next thing that I found is that most businesses really have all of their standard business processes pretty well settled. Now, this assumes that you're not in implementation, right? You're not in an active implementation right now. But most of this, especially around costing and cost reporting and profitability, most of the standard business processes are settled. In other words, people, they know how to set or revise their standards when it's time to do that. They know how to do production and inventory transactions. They know how they move through the system. They know how to compute cost of goods sold or cost of goods produced or an inventory value. They might even be running some month-end variances, pretty standard processes. But most of that is pretty well settled, and companies using SAP are kind of using it the way they're going to use it, right? But in conflict with that perhaps a little bit, I'll tell you the biggest thing that I find is that the people that work in finance, accounting, FP&A, I don't want to just give it one title, but in this area of costing, cost modeling, and profitability, they are continuously bombarded with questions, right? Think about a day in your life. How many times somebody comes to you and says, hey, what if this changes in our business? How's that going to affect profitability, or how that's going to affect our inventory values, or how's that going to affect cost of goods sold, right? Most of that, I find, is due to the volatility in most of our industries, right? We're still seeing, demand not quite where we want it. We've got underutilized capacity in most industries around the world, and we're always asked questions that we have to struggle to answer,